So crazy enough, I've been doing content now for about 9 years, and that's actually a fat portion of my life. I never expected to be coming out of my mouth, but I've been doing it for a while now, and it's been on and off. It's not been super consistent, but I've been learning a lot on the way through, and it's been a journey, I would say. But a part of the journey, a lot of people would like to, extrapolate to the idea that being a smaller content creator is about chasing the views. And I personally disagree. I think that the larger struggle of being a content creator is honestly the mindset and the mental effects, the psychological battle that you have to go through. And we're going to be speaking about that today. If you have no available answer in regards to streaming, then we're just going to go to, general life, right?
Okay.
All right,
here comes the egg roll. Okay, I'm ready.
So have you ever been rejected from something that you found very important to you?
So I applied to Riot Games for 2XKO, and they were only accepting interns, and they were only accepting graduates who were if you were graduating in 2026. I fit every criteria. I know how to code in C++. I play fighting games. I have made hitboxes and frame data. I have worked, not worked, but I have participated in tournaments because you had to be competitive level in order to actually, it was like a bonus requirement. You have to have I obviously I know professional players as well. I have an inside scoop. I'm really good at talking to professional people, but basically I had every requirement. The only thing I didn't have was Unreal Engine experience, which that might have been the end about it. There was that and a minimum 3 GPA, and I had a 2.9 or some shit at the time. So, oops. But I lied to put a 3 anyways. The reason why I got rejected is kind of just doesn't matter, but it's the fact that I really wanted it, and this was supposed to be fire. It was $6 an hour. It was absolutely amazing. $43 an hour, I think. It was amazing. It was a 12-week internship, and on top of that, it would let me into the job because I feel as though that I have a lot of experience. It really did suck when I got rejected because I really, really, really wanted to get in.
And Kai, nigga, you know they finna troll worse, bro. You know they finna, oh, you ain't making it in the stream of you? Damn, this nigga ain't making it in the Clover Boys, and he ain't making it in the stream of you. Damn, you ain't living in the mansion, bro? What happened? Kai don't fuck, these niggas don't fuck with you. God damn, bro! Fuck!
People don't truly just snap because they woke up that day and, that one rejection sent them over the edge. I believe that they snap because multiple rejections over time that confirm that the stuff that they've been holding on their shoulder is true will push them over the edge, right? Per se, you're dealing with stress or insecurity or burnout or whatever, and these things are confirming that, then that's just, everything that you've been working for to get away from it going down the drain, and that future that you've been imagining this entire time is slipping through your fingertips. Personally, now that I'm getting a chance to look back on it, I'm seeing a lot of the rejection that I felt growing as a content creator came from myself. A lot of the rejection that I witnessed and experienced came from the internal world that I resided within. My mind telling me that I wasn't comfortable with my voice, or this video wasn't good enough and it had to be perfect, or I didn't have enough time, or I wasn't good enough, I needed to work on this, I needed to do this. It was always something that since you want to be up to par with people that you're not even in the same rank with right now at this current moment, you're kind of delaying yourself and you're holding yourself back. Rejection can come in multiple different ways, from the external and as well from the internal, is how I like to look at it as well. Obviously you said it sucked, but if you can go more in depth on how did that exactly make you feel from being rejected from something that you felt so important?
I got the same feeling you get when your bill comes back and it's a little higher than what you expected, and you gotta ask the nigga to your left of the cash app, be like $20 extra. It's that feeling. It's dang, it's this sucks for the moment.
As a content creator, you realize that your identity is one of the more important aspects of this space. You'll see that it's actually what separates you from the next person that's standing right next to you, and it's something that I believe is criminally undermined and underlooked. Let's think down to identity, right? Do you feel like that could be rooted to I'm one of those people who shouldn't be in this position kind of vibe? You feel like you know yourself, so you know like you're kind of beyond this situation. You shouldn't be in this kind of position, kind of vibe, if you get what I'm saying.
It made me think this is a perfect opportunity. Now that it's gone, every opportunity after this would be always going to be a step down. Like, everything was so perfect. The pay was good. The fact that it was remote, so I don't have to like drive, because I don't have access to my car all the time. And it's something I would have fun doing. So I don't like do something that that would like make me miserable. I do not want to do something that would make me miserable.
Yeah.
So, right. And some people try to like ignore that and still do stuff, like work or attain a work life that they fucking do it.
Because now we're still in this area of like identity, right? So
okay.
Now, how do you feel like your identity is being tied into you being a creator today?
I feel there's two ways to answer this question. Mm-hmm. I think the best way to answer this question is to talk about the content world as a whole, and as a subsidiary of that, I'll answer it as like the world in general.
Okay.
So in the content world, my identity is I'm a spec. No disrespect. Everyone's doing content now, right? That's just how it is.
Right.
So I will never be like the guy that does the most like original shit ever, unless I have the opportunity to, and I just grab it. That's how it is.
Right.
I don't have the money to like do some of the extravagant things that other IRL streamers do. Right. My personality, I think in itself, is the most unique part about my streams. You know what I'm saying? So me not streaming, let's say I'm playing Rivals and it's just me, and it's like I have my energy, I got my coffee, I got my snacks, and the camera's not on. I'm like, then I feel terrible. I'm like, I'm playing for free. I'm playing for free. I feel like I am not much within the content creator space.
Right.
But that doesn't stop me from enjoying it. The fact that the camera's on and I'm being funny, everything else around me doesn't matter. The viewers, the followers, the subscribers, none of that matters. As long as I'm enjoying my time and the camera's on, boom. Because there's so many times where I go back and I look back through my clips and like with my friends, and we are dying. I look back through my clips with my friends and we are dying. Clips. And some of those clips, I had to clip myself. These clipped moments are happening with one viewer, two viewers, three viewers, four viewers, right? The fact that we can go back and watch it and remember like how amazing the time was, that is my identity. My identity when it comes to content creation is memories.
Right.
Memories and a good time. Now, in terms of the world, I think that I am unique because not everyone's a content creator, despite how the world is, and not everyone in the world has the personality I have. And if they do have the personality I have, then most people don't know it because those people are not content creators. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I feel as though the fact that I content create adds to my identity as a person, but I feel as though my identity as a content creator is my own bubble.
I feel like I can agree with Kamari here, though. I feel like a large portion of my identity has grown from being a content creator, or grown towards being a content creator from the expression that I get from those people that are close to me. I think that a large majority of the time that I've been making content has been for the people that are close to me to see. I've recently just gotten interested in talking and, you know, going on to certain subjects and topics just for the sake of it, but that wasn't always the thing. I've been doing gaming content for a really long time and not seeing anything amount from it, and I never really gave a fuck. It's still something that I go back and watch to this day. I was just watching some of my gaming clips like a few days ago, honestly, like maybe a week or two ago. I love them, you know, the funtages with my friends, the montages that I get by myself playing story games. Nothing can really replace that feeling. So I think that my identity really kicks in when I have to be creative, when I have to force myself to think, when I have to put myself in these positions where I can make something, you know. My identity is taking the position I'm in and making the most of it, I feel, honestly.
That is why I quit. I quit thinking in my head of the goals I want to achieve and not pursuing them because I'm primarily known for one thing and super scared to step out that box and try new things.
You obviously have dreams and aspirations within this field, right?
Of course.
Right. So with that being said, do you feel as though that at any point in time, do you feel like your dream could end up being a prison for you?
See, I always say this is very funny you say this. I want niggas to remember this. I want people to remember this. This is a quote I live by. Everyone says prepare for the best and prepare for the worst. Wait.
I think you're right. No, wait, what?
No, most people say expect the worst.
Right.
Right? That's what most people say. Obviously, and then you just autofill the last part.
You prepare for the best, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like expect the worst, prepare for the best.
Right.
I don't like that. I like prepare for the best. I mean, my bad. Expect the best and prepare for the worst. You expect the good to happen,
right,
and you prepare for the bad to happen. So when it does happen, you don't stress over it.
Fair.
That's how I feel with the consecration, right?
Mm-hmm.
I expect my friends to come in, have some good chats. Some random people to come in, we have some good chats. I create a really good clip that I can post on like Instagram or something, or I enjoy the game I'm playing, right? Especially if it's a single player game. Oh yeah, the fact that I'm playing the game and reacting to it while I play it with the camera on, I don't care if there's 0 viewers, nigga. But at the end of the day, that VOD is there, and trust me, niggas go back and they watch. Niggas treat the VODs, niggas treat the clips as if they are like
watching YouTube or some shit.
YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I need to lock in and like get a VOD YouTube.
I believe as human beings we are supposed to be ambitious and aspire to do big things. I love that. But we do have to understand how fragile these dreams can be as well. Not every prison is gonna have bars, and some of them are literally built by your expectations, your obsessions, and your unfinished dreams. What a lot of people fail to recognize is that when your worth depends on, you know, one dream or the completion of such dream, your failure then creates that prison that a lot of people tend to try and escape from.
Always expect the best. I always expect good things to happen when I turn the camera on. And
Right.
the worst thing that could happen is the fact that it didn't happen at all.
Fair. It is somewhat kind of natural to put a sense of prioritization or emphasis on something that we specifically want and desire, and the external pieces that are constantly there and helping us that we don't just we're not consciously grateful for, we're not consciously appreciative of, is the things that we don't send the energy towards. It's like the ones that we're looking forward to, that's situational and opportunistic, is the ones that really hit the hardest. It's not the ones that have constantly been around. It's not the ones that have been holding us up and our head above water. It's not the ones that make sure we wake up and make sure we grind when we get up out the bed, right? And essentially this creates a addiction towards views and numericals, and just, you know, the feeling of being watched, the feeling of being at a height of status. This is where it comes from, I think.
Jeffrey, I will say it is interesting to see a lot of people's there are certain streamers' viewerships that have plummeted since the view binding change. I think it's going to continue to happen, which is just good, dude.
Any person that holds an identity, also to continue the life of such an identity, would need either self-validation or external validation, correct? So why does being chosen by some system or even a specific person sometimes feel more meaningful than being supported by, you know, like you were saying, the few people that come through every so often, or the people that you know are always going to be able to check you out or something like that? You know what I mean?
I think the reason why is because I think it's two giant factors that grab onto that.
Mm-hmm.
Money and poison, right? I think that the money isn't always poison. That's why I'm saying the two separate things. Streaming University is a big example of money. It's more than just being popular. It is a free cash grab by being in, because you get more viewers, you're gonna get more everything, and it all leads to money. So it's like, I feel as though people are more attached to the fact that it's like you still gotta pay the lights, you still gotta eat food. So it's like the money is, you know what I'm saying? Clout in itself is poison. It's not just money, because money, you do not need clout to live. You need money to live in
Right.
today's society, right? But clout, you don't need it to live.
Right.
Some people think that the stream is their only way of making money. The extra stuff they do around it, they make that money just to make more money on the stream, which will generate more money. Like,
Mr.
if I'm
Beast
working
type
in
shit.
right, if I'm working in retail and I'm a streamer, I'm going to use my money for better stuff for my streams, because at the end of the day, I need to push my stuff out there. I need to have higher quality, also I can quit retail. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like that's how it works. So I think it's poison. I think it's poison. Here's the thing with poison: how the body, it depends on your body. This is a mindset thing. I think that, like poison in real life, your body can either grab a hold of that poison and fight it and win, or grab a hold of that poison and lose. So that's where the mentality comes into place, where people will end up keeping their soft space community and push for more clout and not switch up on their day ones and still be a good person at the end of the day and still make their money.
Right.
Then there's people who make more money, have more clout, but then they move away from this safe space that they once accumulated. They'll then step away and turn on these people. And I think that's what clout does. They'll start doing things that turn away from themselves. Like niggas, I know some streamers who some people try to think that because I put my toe in my mouth for a clip, thinks that I'm like I do it for clout. No, nigga, ain't nothing changed. Nigga, I've been doing that off camera. Nigga, I do it on camera too. Word. But
no, you need to stop.
Listen, niggas try to come and be crazy. Ever since a jit, I've been biting my toenails with my teeth.
Bro, I did that as a kid too. But I stopped when I was a kid too. You get what I'm saying? At some point.
No, hold on though. See now, okay, different conversation for a different day. But the point is that people think that when you turn that camera on, they think that the clout is what they're chasing. Now, as a streamer, I already talked about it as a streamer, but as a viewer, if you are watching somebody, don't push that clout onto them, bro. They'll be like, oh, you gotta do I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that. I'm making you money. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, I feel that, bro, it's cool, but at the same time, it's like, there's multiple of y'all niggas, and that's one of me. Right. So I think that as a viewer, also just shouldn't push clout. That's a big thing with, like, big streamers today, is that, like, especially in the WO community, is that they just have so much clout chasers and pushers, or clout pushers. They just want to just push clout. Oh, they start fake fights. They spam random shit in chat because they want to push something towards the streamer, so the streamer can, make it trendy or follow a trend. It ends up it's more poison. Now, like I said, some streamers can handle it. Right. They can handle that poison. Some streamers cannot.
I've always said it that clout and the urge to be recognized is definitely one hell of a drug, and it just doesn't fail to prove itself. I believe that he is very right in the sense that it is indeed poison.
I'm not stealing. No. I came in. If you check the cameras, I came in with the vest. Listen, chat. No, listen. I wish I could live a quiet life like you. I just got fired. Fired, you hear me? I'm never coming here again! I just like... Oh, God! Oh, shit. No. I ordered this vest on... No, listen. Oh, no, listen. Oh, no.
One of the main things about being a content creator that you have to understand is that not everything is going to go your way, and with that comes rejection. And it seems as though, I'm sure you can tell where I'm going with this, rejection has been a fucking plague amongst the smaller and sometimes even larger content creators. Within that validation, again, the support underneath it is ourselves and the external support within the validation, like I said earlier. But rejection is obviously the opposite end that brings it down. So do you think rejection hurts more because of what happened, or because of like the story we were telling ourselves afterwards or previous to the rejection?
Oh, definitely the latter. They say that the reason why most people can't take compliments is because they've been telling themselves their entire life lies, but as soon as they hear the truth, they see that as lies.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, the rejection in itself is because you're not getting rejected by people. There's a part of you that's rejecting the story you've been telling yourself your entire life.
Right, because reality is telling you something separate from what you've internally created for yourself, right?
Which is why rejection, I think, is a two-part story. I think the rejection in itself is the outer world, and then what happens like literally a couple seconds, maybe minutes after that, is how you interpreted. That's where the part where people say not every rejection, not every no does not lead to a no. Every no can lead to a yes.
Right.
So it's the initial no, which is like, oh man, yeah, this sucks. But does this mean that there's a great opportunity for me in the future, or there's a opportunity for me in the future that's better than this current option, whether it's a girlfriend, whether it's a job, whether it's anything.
Type shit.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you should tell yourself more good things, back your mentality up with the facts. Am I going to be a great streamer in the future? Probably.
Right.
Am I a terrible streamer now? No. Am I a terrible person? No. Like, does my bad actions make me a bad person? No. It's like, it's a different approach. But only because I have accepted the fact that I've been telling myself is that I think that I have a great personality to be a great streamer.
Yeah.
So when the opportunity comes that tells me no, I'm gonna be like, well, nigga, you ain't lying. I know all of that. What?
One thing I wanted to add on top of that was the fact that imposter syndrome is something that's actually kind of real in this situation. A lot of people, I believe, have this idea that they are something, and like I was saying as well, or like we already adapted on in this conversation, when the world is telling you everything else is like, yeah, no, that's not who you are, your mind inside is telling you like something's wrong, and then your reality isn't really showing you exactly what your internal is believing. So I want to believe that a lot of people have this imposter syndrome, because even larger content creators have it, where they convince themselves that they should be like someone or like something, and every time that the reality is rejecting them from being that, it's not pretty for them, So do you feel as though if you do this forever and you never publicly get recognized, do you still believe it had value?
I have a question. Do you think that you look through every single picture you've ever taken ever in your phone?
No.
One more time. Do you think you have ever looked at every single picture you have taken? No. But does that mean that the picture that was taken in that moment is
valueless?
Exactly, like invaluable.
Yeah.
I say that of course not. Not everything has to have long-term value, or long-term value like a diamond or gold or silver. It's like some things can be good for the time being, and then after that they die off, and that's okay, because not everything has to be like, not everything is a 401k method, bro. Not everything is like a sunken cost fallacy where you have to you have to put in more so it doesn't like fall off or fall out. So of course it still has value. I mean, like again, I said it before. I go through and I literally look at all my clips randomly with my friends or with stream. Whether we're looking at like just random clips or clips from like when I was playing a specific game.
Shit, I'll be honest. I do that shit with my old YouTube videos by myself, and that shit is just entertaining to be like. Exactly,
bro. I be dying. And guess what? I'm gonna create more clips. I just created a clip recently where I'm like this is looking like this clip is like OD funny.
Yeah. I believe there's a large amount of smaller content creators out there that are doing this only because they feel as though that is going to be seen or in some way, shape, or form validated or bring them back some kind of return of investment. I think if a lot of people could see into their future and see that maybe not doing content creation is, or maybe doing content creation is not going to bring them what they expected, I think a lot of people would cut it early on, or just stop early on. You get what I'm saying? They wouldn't really go for what they're doing if it didn't amount to what they wanted it to be. And I think that's truly important. I think a lot of people need to understand that you need to have more reasons than just doing it for what you sometimes desire. Like a lot of the reasons that I do this is very external, and I believe like even if I don't get money from this, even if I don't get a lifelong career from this, I would hope that my videos can actually help people and benefit some part of society, or maybe I can turn this into doing that in some way, shape, or form. You understand? So you have to have multiple outcomes, multiple avenues, multiple things to attack. I've never been just one way. Like I do music, I write books. I try to do multiple different things because I don't want to just sit in one corner. You understand? And with that being said, I really wanted to ask what he could give as a message to people that feel that exact kind of tension, the people that feel as though the words from the external and the rewards that they provide to people on the outside of what they truly do desire, or the things that are even beneficial, matters to them. You know, like the people that are on the outside that's telling them, hey, you're good or you're not, matters more than the people that are inside, and the people that actually matter, and the people that are gonna, you know, support you and keep your back. You know what I mean? Is, can another person's opinion actually change your worth, or only just your personal perception of it? So how that person that we're speaking about right now that would feel opposite about the value of not being publicly recognized would probably answer like, you know, a person's opinion actually does affect their worth to a certain degree. So someone that does feel like someone's opinion does affect their worth, what would you say to them, is what I'm saying?
I'd say that every moment that you make, you will never know when that moment will have its highest value peak. It could be when it's happening. It can be in the near future. It could be in the way further future. It could be after you're dead. You'll never know.
Right.
But the point is the fact that you made it. You miss 100% of the shots you don't make.
For those of you that do feel as though an opinion matters, well, my advice is that you're right. You know, people's external opinions do matter, but please try not to think about it as anything more than that. An opinion is just an opinion. It is not a fact. It is not a fact at all. So if I feel as though you don't make good content, that doesn't mean that you do. You know, just because I feel like you're a bad person, you can still be a cool guy. You know what I mean? I might have a bad judgment. I might have a bad reading. Who gives a fuck? Keep doing what you want to do. And I think that's just the general point that Kamari's getting to here. What's a past rejection that you're grateful for, like now, but in that moment, you just hated it?
Oh, I got it. Easy. I'm supposed to graduate in 2024. This isn't really a rejection, but I'm going to put it in that ballpark.
Okay.
Same park, different side of the park. Where I could have graduated in 2024. Right? There are so many opportunities I wanted to. I wanted this. I wanted to graduate in 2024. But I couldn't. And I didn't. I graduated in 2026. However, I thank the Lord every single day. Every single day for the fact that I graduated in 2026 and not 2024. Because of three major things. One, I built new friendships, built new relationships with people who I see as family, who I have who have been around me more, and I would not have seen, met, or knew these people existed, or even pushed past like the acquaintance level of friendship if I didn't have those 2 extra years. 2, job opportunities. I am a game developer. My game developer life got better when I got my internship, which I would not have gotten because the internship didn't even exist until 2025. And by the way, that pushed me so far into understanding video games, and the fact that I know how to make music for video games. I never would have known that. I never would have pushed for that. I never would have done all these things, which then led me to conducting a choir for my video game. And it's like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the third major thing is I'm glad for not graduating in 2024, rather the fact that I loved it so much, but also because I was able to live a better college life. My first 2 years of college were in COVID, so I didn't even attend most of the days. It was terrible. But as time went on, it got better. My college life got better. My picture is around the school, is on the Instagram of my school, because I did not have the photography options that they had back then. So my face is plastered permanently on the school. It is on the school. You walk by some of the flags that have pictures of people on the flag poles, I'm there. When you walk into some buildings, I'm there. When you look through the Instagram, I'm there. When you look through commercials, I'm there. And only because I graduated in 2026 and not 2024 is the opportunities. That becoming a research assistant, I'm trying not to slur my words together too much, allowed me to put more stuff on my resume. It allowed me to see the world of mathematics way differently than what I did before, because it was for a topic I had I don't know shit about application of mathematics, but I teed up. Like I'm just a software. I'm a game developer, bro. So it's like I know shit about like actual mathematics and like not theory and like not surgery and stuff like that. So you feel what I'm saying? And then so those are 3 major things: the people, the opportunities, and college lifestyle. I thought everything just got better. And let me tell you something. The January after I got held back, I was like, oh my fucking gosh. I was crying. I couldn't attend school for a full semester. I was like, bro, I'm a fucking loser. I stayed in bed all day. The very next day I started streaming. I'm being so serious. January, I think it's like 6th is my streaming anniversary, because that was the 2nd day of school. And I was like, I gotta do something. I've always wanted to become a streamer. I have a semester with no school. This is my time. I made like $400 in my first month of streaming. Only off of a PS4. Legendary clips. My profile picture for my streaming is from that first like couple of weeks of streaming.
Yeah, I remember that.
The Dead by Daylight clip, bro.
Yeah, I was in a lot of those first streams, honestly.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, because we was playing, I was on PS4, so we was playing like a lot of stuff together. Fighting games.
Like bullshit. Fighting games, Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. So it's like, you gotta think that like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was gonna put that in like opportunities. I might put that as the 4th major thing. Streaming. My streaming would not have started if I didn't get held back. I'm being so serious. Because I wouldn't have had the push, because I always felt I was busy with school, which school was fucking me. But we here now. So I thank God every day for not making me graduate in 2024, because my life has been 10 times better since then.
Now, when it comes to rejection and how we feel about it, or how we take it, I believe that's pretty important. Me personally, I have things that I've been rejected from and felt very grateful for being rejected after multiple times. It's not like something that's only happened once or twice, but when I think deep enough on the question, when I think hard enough on the question, I find myself coming to a very easy answer, I want to say, unfortunately. And I don't want to take this to be grim. I don't want to bring this down like a dark path, but to me it's a little bit of a little slight opening. Family. It's a crazy word. It's a deep word. It's a lot to it when you think of that word. Growing up, I wasn't too integrated with people in general. I wasn't the most social person. I wasn't the most talkative person. And I've just never really been that kind of person. I realized that as I get older and I try to integrate myself more and I try to put more of an effort into that kind of space, I realized why it just was something that I never was too intrigued in. It was something that I never felt like I would progress too far, and I feel like a lot of people got their own things going on. So for me to kind of get older and kind of come around it and try to progress within that kind of lane or that kind of category, I realized like, okay, cool, maybe it's just something that I'm not made for, or maybe it's just something that I really don't want to do. So I feel like that rejection, or the feeling of rejection within that sense, was actually something very beneficial. I feel like it created individualism. I feel like it created the decision for me to decide who I really want to be without the external bullshit having some kind of factor. You know, I feel like who I am today is solely on decision of me. It's not too many factors where I feel as though I've been manipulated into anything or whatever it is. I just feel as though I'm comfortable in the person that I am today, and I feel as though that comes from the rejection that I met at that time from something that I actually did value, you know? Maybe, who knows, like I feel like just that little change would have made me a whole different person, truthfully. I personally feel as though the hardest thing about being a content creator isn't your amount of subscribers. You can have 197 subscribers or you can have 197,000 subscribers. It doesn't matter. What you have to learn as a content creator is that your subscriber count has nothing to do with your worth. It has nothing to do with who you are as a person. It has nothing to do with your psychological makeup. Numbers are numbers, and who you are is who you are. Views can tell you how many people have watched your shit, but it can't tell you who you are. Nobody in there can tell you who you are. Nobody who watched your videos honestly knows you. Nobody who watched my videos honestly knows me. I mean, it's content heaven, right? The whole point that I guess we're trying to say here is that, yes, being a content creator, the external does play a very big part You do have to be liked by the people, but the internal is way more important. If your internal is not continuously charging your battery, you will not have the energy to continue going. Kind of like Kamara was saying with the poison, will you let it infect you, or will you overcome it?